Have you ever found yourself asking the question, like, how do I find the right business model for me? Your mind is literally like, okay, like I'm good at this thing, and I'm good at this thing, and I like doing this, and I like doing this, but will this sell? Will this sell? Like which, and like your mind, you're just like, oh my gosh, like I just want to start something, but I don't know where to start. You have so many ideas, you have so many skill sets, and you're just like, I don't know where to start.
And you know what that usually leads to? Doing nothing.
Doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever like been there before? Like maybe right now you're there and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing. Like, but I know I need to be,
I
you know?
know I should be, but what?
But what?
Yeah.
What?
Mm.
Like is the question. And so we'll share with you guys, how you can identify what the right business model might be for you so that you can cut out all this time. Like literally people stay in the same place for years because of not knowing the right kind of business model. Like, you know how many millions of dollars you're leaving on the table right now because of not having this problem solved?
Wow.
Because of not having this question solved in your mind?
And it's something that you're literally just a few steps away from.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing is you have so much potential in you, like so much
Mm.
passion,
Talk to
skill
him.
set, like everything
Talk to him.
that you're good at. Sometimes people say, "Well, I don't have any skill sets." Yes, you do. You are good at something. There is something, and if you sit down and think about it long enough, there is something that comes naturally and easy for you that other people just marvel like, how do you do that? How do you handle that so well? How can you get that done so effortlessly? And
Yeah.
you've never really taken time to think about, oh my goodness, that's my skill set. That's my passion. That's my purpose. That's what I'm
My
good
purpose.
at.
Ooh.
And when you figure that out, it becomes easy on knowing what's next. Okay, here's how I can serve people in a greater way because one, I'm good at this, and two, I really enjoy it.
That is so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. So, also, by the way, if you're enjoying this, like, and you want more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and like the video.
Yes,
Okay, so
absolutely.
on to the good stuff.
Hmm.
So, I'll share with you, how I came across what I do. So, for me, I mean, my husband and I, we run different companies, right? And this one we run together. But I'm also a life coach and a dating coach. And so when I was younger, I actually had this idea. I was like, I want to become a life coach.
Mm.
But I did not think that I would make any money.
I didn't think she would make any money either. When she first mentioned this to me, we got
Yeah.
married and she's like, I just want to help people and get paid to help people. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. And I said, well, that's not how the real world works.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get a job. I don't think I straight up said it in those terms, but that's literally my thought. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good, but we got bills and stuff that need paid. And yeah, so when she says
Yeah.
like she wasn't sure when she was younger, I wasn't sure when we first got married, and then she showed me exactly where I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I built a multi six-figure company. We're currently scaling to 7 figures in just this one company alone. And so what I did was I went and I found a mentor. So I identified what is my passion. I was like, I love helping women to not settle for less and to attract their dream man so that they can get married and have a marriage that's able to make Cal nervous. And so in that, like, you might be like, well, how in the world did you build a business around that? And the thing about it is that you want to identify what is the transformation that if I take somebody through this framework, they will get this result. If they do blah, 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 they will be on the path to that result. And so that's what I did. I packaged up a coaching program, a high ticket coaching program, because the thing about it is that the Bible says that where our heart is, our treasure will be there also. And so I learned that when somebody has some skin in the game, some finances in the game, you're going to take this seriously and you're going to get the result, right? When you put in the work. And so that's literally how I found the right business model for me. And see, the thing is that I love it because I only work a few hours a month, like in my business, like doing the actual work of the business. and I get to change lives all around the world. Like, we've literally reached over 500,000 women in my company, and it works best for me because you want to think about, in the business model that you're choosing, what kind of lifestyle. Let me say that again.
Yeah, that's good.
What kind of lifestyle do I desire to have?
And work backwards from that.
I was like, I don't want to work a whole bunch, but I want to be able to create wealth for my family, and I want to change the world.
Wow. Yeah. That's so good. Like, if you guys can just understand, like, part of this, if not the majority of creating a business that's profitable, that actually is impactful, because it's one thing to create something and make profit from it, but are you impacting any lives? Is it actually, are you actually helping people, or are you scamming people? Right? You have to have something that works, that gets people results, and then you can really enjoy the full potential of this. But working backwards from, what lifestyle do I want? So my wife says she works a few hours. I hope you guys caught that. She said a few hours a month, not a few hours a week, but a few hours per month. Like,
in the business.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in her business, she literally doesn't spend that much time in the actual work of the business, but she gets major results. My business is a little different. I don't have a coaching program for my specific business I do by myself, but that business is called 5 Talents. And what we do is we help churches become more visible and to find growth using social media. And so for me, the lifestyle I wanted was to get out of my 9 to 5. I was actually a school teacher for 8 years, high school, sophomores. Let me just give a side note about sophomores.
Okay.
I love students. Like, I love young people. That's why I've always worked with them, even in my church and things like that. But sophomores are by far the worst. Maybe you have a sophomore. Sophomores are the worst. Some people say freshmen would be the worst, right? Like, oh, freshmen. No, freshmen are usually scared to death because they're in a new building, they're in a new place, they're trying to start off this thing on the right foot, so they're usually pretty well in line. Juniors and seniors are like, I'm over this, like, I'm ready to be done, and plus they're usually a little bit more mature, so they're not bad. But sophomores, they've been there for a year, so they think they know everything, and they haven't really hit maturity yet. So this is why I say sophomores are the worst. So I'm sorry if you have a sophomore. I love your sophomore, and I'm sure you do too. But sophomores were the worst. But I taught high school sophomores. Mostly. And I did it for 8 years, and I really enjoyed it. There were things I liked about it. But what I did not like about it was not being able to set my own schedule. I didn't like that I had to punch a clock. I didn't like that my vacation time was limited. And some people would say, you were a teacher, you had your entire summer off. That had to be love. Well, it was nice until you had to go back to school and realize that you don't get much time off outside of that because you get those 2 months off in the summer. I was tired of it. I was tired of having to answer to a board of education and to the state. Like, there were so many things I didn't like about it. So I said, I don't want this lifestyle. I want a lifestyle where I can continue to serve and help people. Maybe it's a different demographic, and maybe I can, and I always have a passion to get back into helping that high school age. But how can I have the lifestyle that I want, which is not working like that, not having someone tell me what I have to do, when I have to do it, how I have to do it, but still be able to serve people. And so I started this social media agency where I'm helping churches, and now I'm actually reaching and impacting thousands upon thousands of people per day through the clients that we serve, and the ability to give tens of thousands easily to give inspiring and encouraging messages to their congregation and to the people who they can reach, and we help them reach more. So again, working backwards from what lifestyle do you want to live? A lot of times that will point you to the how. Once you've identified your passion, once you've identified your lifestyle that you want to live, that will point you directly to what it is you should be doing.
That's so good. That's so good. So you first, when deciding upon the business model, you want to think about, how do I want my lifestyle to be, and design backwards from that. Oh my goodness, this could be a whole separate video, because now I'm thinking about like how to design your lifestyle. If you want us to, create a video like that, go ahead and drop create how to create that lifestyle. Like, drop it in the comments. Let us know, what have been your takeaways from this video? Like, let us know in the comments so that we can respond back. We appreciate you guys. We hope that this has blessed you. And go ahead and click the link in our in the description there to join the Six Figure CEO Masterclass if you want to take this further.